Hey, are you thinking about moving to Alpine, California, but you are not sure if it's a good fit for you and your family? Stick around. In this video, I am taking you through 6 different neighborhoods in Alpine. Starting with this one right here, I'm standing in Crown Hills, which is an HOA community, beautiful lush landscaping, community pools. Everything is very well maintained. You're 2 minutes to the freeway, 30 minutes to downtown San Diego. And then we're gonna head over to the rural parts of Alpine where you're gonna be able to get home on acreage, horse properties, everything from country homes to luxury homes. And stick around to the end because I'm going to show you an epic neighborhood in Alpine here where you have luxury homes looking all the way out to the ocean for under $2 million. And we're going to get after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to learn everything there is to know about Alpine and the surrounding areas, make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you could be the first to know of any market updates in the area. Hey, my name is Emily Benito. I'm a local real estate agent and a mom, and every day I talk to families just like you looking to make their move to San Diego, and I love it. So whether you're looking to move in 3 days, 3 months, or a year, make sure to give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me a message so that I can help you make a smooth move too. So today I'm going to be taking you through all the different neighborhoods in Alpine and showing you how different the different areas are. We have HOA communities with a community pool and perfect landscaping. And there are rural communities with acreage. There are large homes. There are luxury homes here. There is a gated community here. And there are neighborhoods in the flats where the neighbors are all real close together and they're on smaller lots and you feel like you're more in a suburban neighborhood versus a rural community and everything in between. Property prices here range from $750,000 north of $5 million, but I think your average price point in Alpine is going to be between $900,000 and about $1.2, $1.3 million. It's a really great community. It's a really great place to raise your family. There's a couple of schools here. There is Boulder Oaks Elementary School that is kindergarten through 5th grade. And there's Shadow Hills, which is the Spanish Immersion Elementary School, which is also kindergarten through 5th grade. And then there's Joan McQueen Middle School, which is 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. But there's no high school here, so you can commute down to El Cajon to Granite Hills is where everyone goes for high school. And there are some amazing private schools here nearby. My children go to a private school, so if you want more information on the schools, please reach out to me. I'm happy to share everything I know. My kids are in elementary school, so I'm immersed in schools, and I'm very passionate about making sure they're going to great schools. So definitely lean on me for that. Shopping and getting around here is very easy, but you just head on the 8 freeway, which runs east and west, and it gets you right into the city. If you want to get to the shopping malls, Fashion Valley, or down to the beaches, or the airport, or downtown, or if you're looking for, if you're a foodie and you like to go to restaurants, you're about 20-30 minutes away on the freeway. But your day-to-day life out here is peaceful and serene. So I'm excited to show you around. Let's get going. All right, I am standing in Crown Hills, which is an HOA community here in Alpine. I actually lived here for a year with my family when we first moved out to Alpine. We were trying to get our bearings. And the views here are absolutely bananas. We are on top of Victoria, so most of the homes here have views of the mountains, and it is the most epic sunsets. The homes range here from $750,000 all the way up to about $900,000. The homes are smaller and on smaller lots, and that's intentional. This is for the person or the family that's looking for low maintenance, small yard, not a lot of headache to take care of. All the homes are newer. They were built in the late 90s and early 2000s, high vaulted ceilings. Your average home here is 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, about 1,400 to 1,800 square feet. Some are smaller, some are larger, but this is an epic neighborhood. Whether you are a young family looking for community amenities to make friends with your neighbors, which was us. The kids love the community pool. Everyone here is very neighborly. And there's also a retiree community here. people have just wanted to downsize and simplify. So kind of feels like resort living here, but I absolutely love Crown Hills, and I am going to show you around, and we're going to get after it right now. All right, now we are in the Crown Hills community. It is the HOA community in Alpine, where the homes are smaller and they start at a lower price point, about $750,000 to, at this point, $950,000. These homes are on small lots, anywhere from 3,000 to 6,000 square feet. You don't really get much backyard here, but you're really here for the convenience and the amenities. You've got the community pool and tennis courts, and the property is really well maintained and very low maintenance backyards, small backyards. So I wanted to give you a feel of what this neighborhood looks like. We actually lived here for a year and I loved it. My kids loved it. This is a favorite place for all of Alpine to come and go trick-or-treating. The whole neighborhood goes really all out. Here are some views that you get from Crown Hills. It's up on the Victoria, which is just the nickname for this hillside community that overlooks Alpine, and you can see all the way out to amazing sunsets, and in some spots you can actually see the ocean, which is amazing because you're about 30 miles away from the beach. So you can see they have small low-scape yards. This is all turf and stone and pavement. It gets hot here. It's 90s to 100 degrees in the summer, so you really just want to keep it simple and low-scaped. This has a beautiful patio area, covered patio area. Not all the homes are like this. This is all custom. You can do what you want back there, within reason, of course, within the HOA guidelines, but it doesn't have like your true large backyard. This by no means is a property where you're going to find acreage or a lot of privacy. You are very close to your neighbors and very neighborly. But these were built early 90s and late 90s, so they're newer. So here is, again, high vaulted ceilings. This one has been updated. They all have fireplaces, a yard that would probably be considered more of an extra large patio than a backyard per se, because it's enough to have a nice seating area and a barbecue. Some of the yards are a little larger and you can actually put like a kiddie pool back there or a jacuzzi, but for the most part, there's not that much space. You're not moving in this community for space. You're moving in this community for convenience and privacy and ease. It's an easy place to live for young families and retirees, because there isn't a lot of upkeep for the homes, and you're in a nice neighborly community of Alpine. So if you don't want to deal with a lot of acreage or space and the work and maintenance that comes with that, this is a great community. I highly recommend it. You can see this is a great unit. So this is what the homes look like. I'm going to see if they have any photos of the amenities. Doesn't look like it, just sunsets. There's your sunset. So this is the views. These are all homes in the Crown Hills area, and you have these beautiful sunsets drop behind the mountain there, and there's the front of the house. Gorgeous. If you're interested in this community or want more information, reach out to me. Let's jump on a call so I can share with you. All right, I am in the Albertson shopping center here in Alpine, and Alpine actually has two shopping centers, so you do not need to leave town and go out to El Cajon to do your errands. You actually have two great supermarkets. So the first one is Albertson's, which is your everyday chain supermarket, but this one is actually really, really nice and huge and new. I'm gonna pan around so you can see just your regular old shopping center. There's a Wells Fargo on the other end, and there's a Starbucks in front of me. But what's interesting about this shopping center, little fun story, is that the community of Alpine was really against this shopping center coming in. They just don't want large chains coming in. It's very much supports small business. So there was a big fight when this Albertsons came in, the shopping center. So one of the things they did is they had an ordinance to keep the light posts, all the light posts throughout the entire shopping center are low, so there doesn't create any light pollution. So at night when the street lamps go on, it doesn't affect the skyline or the stars or anything like that. So it just shows how much they really want to preserve the nature around here, the mountains. You can see all the mountains behind me. Just feel like you have definitely left San Diego. It does not feel like I'm in San Diego, but I love it here because, God, you haven't left San Diego. You're 30 minutes from everything. Right on the 8 freeway, which is right there. But you're tucked away in a very peaceful community. And now I'm gonna jump in my car and we're gonna go over to a newer development right behind this shopping center. The homes were built in the 90s and 2000s. And what's really cool about them is if you are looking more for something that's like a neighborhood where your kids have friends next door and they can jump on their bike and run around, and you don't want to be out in the rural country with acreage, you want something a little bit more traditional, there's a neighborhood behind here. It's great, beautiful homes, starting price range from $750 all the way up to $1 million plus. So let's go. We are walking through Wright's Field, which is a 230-acre nature preserve right in the middle of Alpine. We're surrounded by mountains. It looks like I'm in the middle of nowhere, but I'm just 5 minutes from the shops and restaurants. Albertson's is just that way. Barron's is 5 minutes that way. And as I pan around, you can see the green mountains back there. That is part of the new ranch, Rancho Palo Verde. That's the gated community, the bougie community of Alpine. And then right behind me here is the old ranch. It's not gated, but it's all part of the same HOA community. That's the community that has its own private lake and pickleball and tennis courts. But I'm gonna pan around so you can see the trail here. The trail loops all the way around Wright's Field, and it will take you about an hour and 15 minutes to walk it. It's a really easy walk. It's mostly flat. This is a great path to bring your dirt bikes, your mountain bikes, and go for a ride. You'll also see things like snakes and maybe coyote here, so you do need to watch your step. But it's safe here. We bring the kids out here. We bring them with their bikes or their RC cars, especially after a rain, and it's just a lot of fun. You'll see people walking their dogs and even riding their horses through the trails here. Again, it's super easy walk. It's pretty flat, lots of boulders to climb, and it's really, really peaceful and quiet. So I wanted to stop here and give you a quick tour of Wright's Field before we head over to the ranch, so I can show you what that community looks like, what the roads look like, the homes. Those are all custom built, 2-acre plus lots. It's rural, but a lot of mature trees, so it definitely feels more like I'm in Northern California when I go to the old ranch. I love it. It's woodsy and dense and thick, fresh, and lots of green trees and lakes and ponds. And again, it's like night and day, the different pockets of Alpine. You can have the high desert up behind me at Victoria, neighborhoods down below, everything in between. So let's go.
All right, now what we're looking at is a home in the old ranch, Rancho Palo Verde. This is the neighborhood that is the older part of Alpine, and the lots are a minimum of 2 acres, and this is established in the 60s, 70s, and there's homes in the 80s, all custom homes. So I'm going to show you this home. It sold recently for $1,525,000. It's a 5-bedroom, 3-bath, 4,075 square feet. So this is obviously a larger home. You can see it's been well taken care of and has solar, and the surrounding areas, you can tell it is much different than the Victoria area, which is more like the high desert. Not a lot of green, not a lot of vegetation at all. And here, what really sets the old ranch apart is this. It just has that Northern California feel to me. So I'm going to show you some photos of this house, of this property, and you're going to be able to see the surrounding neighbors as well. Very woodsy. There's an aerial view. And this is the, obviously the kitchen. It is a totally renovated French farmhouse feel here. High vaulted ceilings. Again, high vaulted ceilings are very common in Alpine. This is a beautiful home. It's got the accordion door opening up to your deck, a pool room or a billiard room. So this is like an entertainer's dream right here. This home has been fully renovated and updated. So some of these homes are going to be much more dated, and you're going to find the price point closer to 1.2, maybe even 1.3 on this side. But when it is updated like this, it's going to be north of 1.5 to 2 million. Okay, now we're out on the deck and heading out. They've turfed this whole area, which is obviously much easier to maintain. It's such a large area, and it does get really hot in Alpine, so keeping grass alive can be a challenge. You've got this fenced-in yard, so if you have pets, this is ideal because there is a lot of wildlife out in Alpine. We have mountain lions and coyotes. And you can see how much privacy these properties have. They are, because of the size of the lots, the homes are pretty far apart, and your neighbors are really spread out. All right, now I'm going to show you a home in the new ranch, which is the gated community of Alpine. It is the most affluent neighborhood in all of Alpine, and this home sold a year ago for just under 1.5 million. This home has had some updates, but it is not a fully renovated flipped home. Let me see. This home was built in 1999. Again, you're going to find the high vaulted ceilings, which is again super common in Alpine, and I love it. They have big windows, brings in so much light because the views, as you can see in this photo, it's just stunning from every aspect of the property. So here is the living room. You can see the kitchen back there wasn't totally updated, but you're getting a lot of home. This is a beautiful backyard, pool, raised jacuzzi with a ball, and it's surrounded by just majestic mountains and amazing sunsets. So here's the front of the house. You can see they have the turf because in the summertime it gets super hot. Definitely have the 90s vibe going here, but still looks like it's in really great condition. Just go in and do some updates to modernize it. Big, beautiful windows. Open floor plan. You still, even though it was built in the 90s, it has the open floor plan for the kitchen and family room area. It just needs some modernizing, updated cosmetically. I would update the kitchen and baths and floors, but everything else is beautiful. The yard is great. Has a big deck, pool. So fun fact, a lot of the homes in Alpine that were built in the 90s and 2000s have this fireplace next to a sunken jacuzzi tub. It is so common to see. I haven't seen it anywhere else really in San Diego be as popular as it is in Alpine. It's a big thing. You see, you have 10, 12-foot ceilings here. It makes all the rooms feel so much bigger too. This home is it just has outdated floors, kitchen, baths. It's like this is a totally separate area here. So for 1.5 million, you're getting an amazing property that just needs some updating. This home updated would be north of 2 million. So this is a home in the new ranch. Again, all the homes are different. So I could have chosen, this house happened to have been built in 1999. This also has paid off solar back here. You can see how large the property is. It's on 2 acres, a 3-car garage. Again, you're talking 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. This is all your land. So there is a lot of privacy all the way around here. This is a bird's eye view. So So this is a bird's eye view of the new ranch in Alpine, and right here, up here is Wright's Field, which is the large park. It's more of like a kind of a hiking trail and a walking path. It's all natural reserve. There's no playgrounds or anything like that. There's just trails where you can walk your dog, go for a run, even go out with a horse. So I definitely run into people riding their horse through the trails here in Wrightsfield, which is directly across the street from the old ranch right here. So you can just see how beautiful this community is.
All right, now we're gonna head off to Alpine Heights, which is the same road that I'm coming down, which is South Grade Road right here. This road right behind me. And it's gonna take us straight into Alpine Heights, which is 5 minutes that direction. I mean, Alpine is pretty small. After all, there's only 15,000 residents here. And Alpine Heights is gonna be where you're also gonna have rural living. And I would say it's probably more affordable than the ranch properties for sure. So you're gonna be able to get into a home there in the Alpine Heights area for around $750,000, as low as, I should say, $750,000. The average home price is gonna be about $900 to $1.1. But you get lots of land there. There's definitely a lot of areas where you have flat usable land, which is definitely a benefit when you have acreage. So let's go.
All right, now I'm taking you to Alpine Heights. Alpine Heights is between the community where the new ranch is and Summer Hill. It's just south of the 8 freeway between Harbison Canyon and Tavern Exit. This is a luxury home. This is where country meets luxury. You have a pool, paid off solar, amazing views. This is not an HOA community. So if you are not wanting to be part of an HOA type community like the ranch, then you should absolutely check out Alpine Heights. You can see it's got a beautiful long driveway, a ton of privacy and space, no neighbors nearby. This home was built in 2006, so it's a newer home. It sold for $1,190,000 a year ago. I would say it's probably closer to $2.1 million now. It's a 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 3,261 square feet on 2-acre lot with a pool, outdoor kitchen, entertainer's dream. This is luxury meets country.
All right, I am standing in the Barron's shopping center. Barron's is like our health food store. It's like a Trader Joe's, but I think a little nicer. And Cahoots is here, which is the local pet store where you get all your stuff. It's like Petco or PetSmart, but better. And there's a couple of great restaurants here. We've got Ace Hardware, Mike Hess Brewing Company has a great menu and outdoor seating, super kid friendly, so you can grab a drink with your, beer or not alcoholic, and have a great meal while your kids run around and climb on boulders, and there's cornhole. And over there is Mediterranos, which is an amazing Italian restaurant that has an adulting side that's more fancy, and then it has a sports bar side to it where the kids love to go because there's foosball and video games and shuffle puck, so the kids can be loud. There's big screens. Kids are allowed. It's not like a sports bar where it's 21 and older only. So another great place to go where it's kid friendly, but if the parents want a night out and but you've got your kids with you, it's somewhere we love to go. We're at the other end of Alpine, so Alpine Boulevard. So I'm at the Barron's Shopping Center, and clear across town, 5 miles away, is the Albertson Shopping Center. So we're kind of smack dead in the middle of town because you've got neighborhoods on all sides of us. So what's very convenient about Alpine is that it's really well planned out, super easy to do your errands. It's one of the things I loved about it. Standing in the parking lot, and as you can see, there is a lot of parking spaces open. Something that I started really dreading living in the city. I've been a city girl my whole life, from LA, moved to San Diego. And it's just a pain in the butt to run your errands. Like getting in and out of just parking lots is a pain in the booty. So when you come to Alpine, life is just simple. It's small town vibes, for sure. Small town vibes Very wholesome, very charming town, but it has everything you need. You don't really need to leave. There's no Targets or anything like that, or Walmart, but you just get on the freeway and it's 10 minutes away, or you have it shipped to you. But this is your shopping center. Small town living 30 miles east of the city. So we're gonna head over to the Summerhill and Deer Creek community, which is also one of my favorites, and let's go. Next up, we're gonna head over to the Deer Creek community, which is another HOA community here in Alpine. But at Deer Creek, you're gonna find homes that are on the larger end, anywhere from 25 to 3,500 square feet, built in the 90s and early 2000s. With averaging half acre lot. It's a great family neighborhood, walkable because the streets are flat, you're not up in the hills, so it's easy for your kids to jump on a bike and ride around to their neighbors. And it's really close to Shadow Hills Elementary School, which is our Spanish immersion elementary here, walking distance, and it's just a really great neighborhood if you want to be in something that feels more suburban versus rural. Let's go.
So this is what a typical home in the Summerhill / Deer Creek community of Alpine looks like. So this is the exterior. This is an HOA community. So although they have different floor plans, they all have the same kind of look and feel and style. So this is an aerial view. You can see this home was on a half acre lot. It's got a large circular driveway. A lot of these homes have solar because out in Alpine, it gets hot and you want to run your AC all summer long. So solar is very common here. And then of course a pool. So you can see this home, they've really used every inch of you can see in this home, they've really maximized all the space here. So this is the kitchen. This is slightly updated. These homes were built in the 90s and 2000, early 2000s. So you're gonna find some of these homes are all original, total 90s. Some have had updates. So at some point, this kitchen and appliances and floors have been updated. You can see the slider's been updated. Most of these houses have this cute little sunroom in the kitchen, vaulted ceilings. It's one of my favorite features is these homes feel really grand and spacious when you walk in. They've got huge foyers. I always say that word wrong, foyers. This one has been updated and just decorated nicely. This home happens to be just under 2,500 square feet. I think the largest home in this community, in this development, is about 3,700 square feet. That's a 2-story model, and it's got an upstairs family room area, which is really cool. So your kids can have their own little upstairs play area, their own living room, and then you can have your adulting down here. So just to give you an idea of what these homes look like here in Deer Creek community. This is the backyard. You can see they have hardscaped it. There's the pool, palm trees. It definitely has that Palm Springs vibe to it because it's surrounded by mountains. So you have amazing views, epic views of mountains and the sunsets here. Gorgeous. Actually toured this home. It's gorgeous. It sold very quickly, multiple offers over asking. But that is Deer Creek, which is one of my favorite communities in Alpine. All right, now I'm taking you to a home that sold in Victoria. This is a custom home. Like I mentioned earlier, all the homes in Victoria are custom. So you're gonna find newer builds, older builds, some homes that are a little bit more dilapidated, and some properties that are just breathtaking and luxurious and everything in between. So this one sold for about 1.2 million exactly, 4 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, 4,000 square feet. So this is a large home for 1.2 million. 3-car garage. It's got the turf again, because it's so hot here. It's just so much easier to have turf in certain areas of your home just to have that green look without having to water it like crazy to keep it alive during the summer months here because it is so hot and dry. So here's the yard. It's got a nice pool. It's typical of these homes, especially the higher priced homes here, the more high-end homes, I would say, have pools. These slides were very popular at some point. So a lot of these homes have these really cool rock formation slides. What I love most about these homes out here are the backyards feel like resorts, like a mini resort that you would have. This has like I don't know if you want to call it a she shed or a man cave, but it's like a bar in there. Just outside the pool area, an outdoor kitchen. Those are really popular here too, just outdoor entertaining in general. So you have your outdoor kitchen, a cabana, a gazebo. They have a basketball court. So these are features you'd usually find in really high-end homes, you know, in more luxury type neighborhoods. But here in Alpine, you can be in, you know, get into a home that has all the amenities of a luxury home in, let's say, Del Mar, Rancho Santa Fe, but obviously real estate is much less expensive here in Alpine, so you can get all the amenities at a much lower price tag. So here's the entrance. These homes usually have this real long driveway, which is cool. Sometimes with a security gate, and sometimes not. Again, this home has solar, surrounded by mountains, and the landscaping is palm trees. Just gives it that like Palm Springs vibe. And there you go. And that's the property from a aerial point of view. You can see you have a lot of property here. So if you had horses, you could have a place to keep them here. What's another real popular thing in Alpine is workshops or huge sheds for your toys. And when I say toys, I mean like boats and jet skis and dirt bikes and quads and desert toys and boating toys and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so here we are in the house. This house looks to have been built in the 2000s, which is, again, very typical of Alpine. Vaulted ceilings and wood floors and large windows are very common, which is great because you get to get in all the light and the views of the surrounding mountains. You don't want to be in a nice closed off cabin-like home. You want to be able to see the majestic scenery around you. And what's cool is you can get in these homes for a very great, like an amazing price compared to what you can get in the city, and then you come in and you renovate it and you modernize it and make it your own and get it out of like the 90s, you know, and bring it into something more modern. I've seen these homes be renovated into like a more of a boho chic look, a modern farmhouse vibe, or even modern, like a mid-century modern, because really you can just come in and it's all in how much money you want to invest in renovating and redecorating. So there you have it. This is a very good view of Victoria. You're on the mountain.
All right, well, there you have it. I hope this video was helpful and you have a much better sense of Alpine and the different neighborhoods and what homes look like and the prices and kind of the lifestyle. It's such an amazing little small town up in the mountains, but just 30 minutes from San Diego, the beaches, the nightlife, the restaurants, the shopping, everything a large city could have. I mean, San Diego is one of the largest cities in all of the United States. But we're nestled up in this tiny community of just 14,000 people, only a couple shopping centers. It's definitely small town vibes. Great place to visit family, surrounded by nature, and you get so much more for your money here. I mean, $1 to $2 million can get you a gorgeous property with a pool and land and views and privacy, and 800,000 goes a long way here too, not like the city. So if you're thinking about moving to Alpine or have any questions, make sure to give me a call, shoot me a text, send me a message so that I can help you and your family make a smooth move too.